Welcome to Ghouls Night Out with your hostesses, Brandy and Jody.
Hello, beautiful ghouls. Welcome. This is Brandy. I'm here with my sister, Jody.
Hello.
So, this car pulled out in front of me. I think it was last week. I meant to tell you last week. And its license plate said 1H8 PLPE.
I hate people. I want one of those.
I know, it's the greatest. I thought that was hilarious. I almost took a picture, but I was driving, so I didn't want to die. Oh, shit. I hope you guys heard that. That was horrible.
My dog is weird.
So I saw a news story this week, and a man was arrested. I'm not sure what for, but he said that he, after he was arrested, he admitted to police officers that he shot a shadow person and killed it. Oh. And then I was kind of scanning the article, and it said that I guess seeing shadow people is common among meth users, which is very interesting because, you mentioned before that a drug like that would alter your being.
Yes, it opens you up.
Yeah.
Or you would think that it could open you up to whatever.
Which is a possibility. Or they just could be fucked up and crazy and seeing things that aren't actually
but it makes you wonder.
Exactly.
It makes you wonder.
Exactly.
Because even I've heard of people that are really like into meditation and stuff. You get so open. And then after that is when they start seeing ghosts or
shit,
stuff like that.
Oh, could you imagine doing that not intentionally?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
No.
That would suck.
I don't want to be open.
Yeah.
I will stay closed, thank you.
Yes. Closed and ignorant.
Yes.
To what's actually happening. I'm good with that. So, you're doing Idaho this week as your state, and I looked up weird and interesting facts about Idaho, and it gave me the state flower and the state probably dance or something. I don't even know, but it did not, no, it just wasn't. So I have some creepy historical facts for you guys this week. And if you have any suggestions, if you want to hear something, email us, ghoulsnightoutpodcast@gmail.com. Email us about anything. So my first one is the witch trials have a long, dark history, which we already know. We've all heard about the Salem witch trials, but the hunt for witches goes back much further than that. One anthropologist has estimated that in medieval times, as many as 600,000 quote-unquote witches have lost their lives. 600,000, probably innocent, mostly women.
Oh yeah,
have lost their lives.
It's like I don't know if I've said it on the podcast before, but what it boils down to is women that speak up for themselves, and the man doesn't like it. Then all of a sudden they're witches, and they need to be punished.
Oh my fucking god! I don't think so. It says animals were also regularly put on trial in the medieval ages and given the death sentence.
What was?
Animals.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. What the fuck is that? What's that? Just like, this cat is getting in my way. It's a witch. Oh my god. People suck. People have always sucked.
Yes.
Not you guys.
They still do.
Yes. Not you guys.
Not you guys.
Okay, so next one. During America's Dust Bowl in the early 1930s, sewing flour sacks into clothing became quite popular. So popular, in fact, that flour companies began selling flour in decorative bags intended for future repurposing into clothing.
That's cool.
That is fucking cool.
That's really cool.
I know. I would love that. That would, you're dealing with a dust bowl. So, yeah, decorative bags. That's something to look forward to.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. In the 19th century, before medical professionals had the tools to discern comas or paralysis from death, The fear of being buried alive was very real. Patented safety coffins were invented so that mistakenly buried people could alert those above ground to their predicament.
I have actually heard of that before.
Is that the bells?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah.
Where they have like a bell that sticks up, and the string or whatever is inside the coffin, so that if you do wake up, you can ring that bell.
Right.
That is so crazy.
It is. But then I think that they had to stop doing that because, as bodies decompose, they move or shrink.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
I mean, they would ring the bell. It would be a false alarm a lot. So they had to stop doing that.
That's why they stopped doing
that. Yeah. And I wonder if that was like... the rich people that could afford these safety coffins.
Probably, just like everything else.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Next one, during Pope Gregory the 9th, I think, IX. Is that the 9th?
I think so.
Okay. He declared that cats were associated with devil worship, resulting in their mass extermination.
Jesus.
Ironically, it is to believed that this large-scale expunging of felines helped to spread the bubonic plague, which ravaged Europe in the 1300s and killed over 100 million people. No cats meant the rat population, which carried the plague, ran wild. So, because this fucking douchebag thought that cats were evil or something.
How? They're so cute.
Oh my God. I know.
They didn't do nothing to you.
Again, this cat is in my way. Off with its head.
It's another dude.
Exactly. He's fucking stupid.
Stupid.
Oh, sorry. It's a pope. Shit. I'm going to hell.
He's still a dude. It don't matter if he's the pope or not.
Yeah, he's still a moron, obviously, because he killed over 100 million people. Indirectly. Okay, so I'm going to butcher this probably, but Roman Emperor, I'm going to just say Gaius, also known as Caligula.
Caligula.
Don't. Caligula. I said Caligula. And moving on.
So pretty.
Shut up. Okay. Caligula went out of his way. Don't. Okay. Went out of his way to humiliate the Roman Senate by making one of his favorite horses a senator.
Oh my gosh. The fuck?
Caligula. I can't read. Okay. Next one. The Europeans' arrival in the Americas caused the Native American population to drastically decline from approximately 12 million in 1500 to roughly 237,000 in 1900.
Wow.
That is horrible.
That's just sad.
Okay, wealthy Europeans in the 15 and 1600s ate parts of corpses, believing them to have medicinal properties. Blood, power ground up from a human skull, and the human fat were all used to cure various ailments. Tomb raiders even desecrated ancient Egyptian tombs to steal the remains of mummies, which the aforementioned wealthy Europeans proceeded to consume. Barf.
That's just disgusting. What is wrong with people?
Well, you've never seen Fight Club, have you?
No.
Oh my God. You should totally watch it. It's so good. Anyway, they kind of do that because they steal the fat from these people that are getting liposuction. So they steal fat from hospitals and they make soap out of it. And then they sell it back to these people.
Oh.
So they say,
well, that's still better
we're
than
selling
eating.
Well, yeah. But
that reminds me of, remember a few months ago, that story about, what was it? They found a was it a tomb or something? And it had body fluids in it or some kind of fluids in it. And
people wanted to drink it.
Yes. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
You would think that people would get smarter as we, evolve.
I don't think
But
so.
this is proof that they're not doing anything different than they did back in the 1500s.
Yeah, they think it's like medicine.
So
No. No.
I can't deal, okay?
I understand. Yeah, that's gross. I wouldn't eat a part of a corpse just because, no. I think I'll live with my ailment.
I'll just die, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather die. I'm with you. Because I don't believe that's going to...
It's not. It's not. It's gross.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Anyway, okay, in 1952, Albert Einstein could have become president of Israel. He declined the offer, however. So they offered him presidency, apparently. He's like, no, I'm good.
I'll pass. Thanks.
I wonder what would have happened in history if that would have happened, though. That would have been weird. Israel?
In Israel, I don't know if that would have really done anything.
Maybe. You never know.
You never know.
It's pretty smart.
One little thing could...
Butterfly effect. Next, the shortest war on record lasted for about 38 to 45 minutes in total. The Anglo-Zanzibar War began and ended on August 27th, 1896. For about 45 minutes. Then they were like, nah, you guys are cool.
They weren't really into it.
It's okay. Everyone wants to take a bath.
Bored.
We got hungry.
I'm hungry. You just want to go get something to eat?
You guys want some stew? They're just too nice. In a celebratory rabbit hunt after concluding the War of the Fourth Coalition, Napoleon was swarmed by the very rabbits he intended to hunt. He was forced to make an escape via carriage, though a few of the bunnies managed to follow him in the coach, and you thought Waterloo was humiliating.
Rabbits? I'm just picturing that in my head.
Napoleon was very small.
Oh no, bunnies!
Oh my god, they're so soft and fluffy. But oh my god, they're hopping towards me at a slow pace. That's hilarious. Oh shit, that's funny. Okay.
I want to see that meme.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Before proper dentures became about in the mid-1800s, dentures were crafted using teeth taken from the mouths of deceased soldiers.
Ew.
Ew. I'd rather have no teeth.
Yeah.
King Tut's parents were recently confirmed to be siblings.
Ew.
DNA from the mummified remains of Tut's mother revealed her to be both mother to Tut and sister of his father. Mother to him and sister of his aunt? What?
His mom aunt.
Ew, no.
I think that happened a lot back then.
Probably.
And I think I heard or read somewhere that a lot of people back then had birth defects.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the inbreeding.
Well, and I could see them, because back in the day, you didn't know. And they would think, well, we both have royal blood. We need to
Exactly.
keep that.
Yeah, they want to keep it pure.
Exactly.
But
yeah, that
that's
doesn't work.
not
No.
how things are supposed to go.
So, ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roadie.
Caligula. Okay. During World War One, Jackie the baboon was rewarded a medal and promoted to the rank of corporal. That must be humiliating.
A
for some-
monkey?
Yeah, a baboon. Jackie.
What? I am so embarrassed. I'm just...
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Okay, moving on. Mexican General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna held an entire state funeral for his leg after it was amputated.
Oh my gosh!
Do you think he cried? Oh my god, okay. I don't know where I got these from, but this one is from the Manic Monocle. The New England vampire panic was an event in the 19th century where people thought that consumption, or tuberculosis, was actually the result of vampires. It got to the point where people would dig up those who died from tuberculosis to stake them through the heart. Which is odd. Like, why would they think that, I wonder?
Because back in the day, they didn't know anything.
I guess, but I mean, why would I don't know. People were crazy.
I mean, they were trying to find reasons why things were the way they were, I guess, but they were ignorant.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they don't know, obviously, the things that we do now.
Right.
So.
And my last one, Anna Mae Dickinson is quite possibly the luckiest woman ever. She survived the sinking of both the Titanic and the Lusitania. I've never heard of that. The Hindenburg explosion, the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and when she was 97, the destruction of her apartment during the 9/11 terror attack.
Oh my gosh.
So that
poor
woman,
lady.
I know, she's been through fucking shit.
Jeez.
I know. So those were my facts for the week.
Okay, I did Ghosts of Idaho.
Yay.
Not Idaho potatoes.
That's where Idaho potatoes come from, though, right?
Yeah.
Idaho.
They don't have any ghosts, though, that I know of. Potato ghosts?
Potato ghost?
Okay, Canyon Hill Cemetery in Caldwell. When it comes to local ghost stories, there are always one or two that really stick in your mind thanks to some of the unique details. In Idaho, one such story is that of the legless jogger who haunts Canyon Hill Cemetery.
What?
Apparently, if you are brave enough to drive up to the gates of the cemetery and park your car there around midnight, the apparition of a jogger with no legs floats up to the driver's side window and taps on the glass.
No.
Hell no.
Oh my god.
I would not be going there.
That reminds me of Ghostbusters.
If I had enough to drink, I probably would. Just to see.
Oh my god, that'd be so scary. What does he want?
I don't know.
Why would he tap on the window?
I don't know.
Excuse me, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Oh my god. Okay, anyway. The Bates Motel in Coeur d'Alene?
Caligula.
Originally, the Bates Motel in Coeur d'Alene.
That's seriously a thing?
Yeah. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, was officers' barracks both before and during the Second World War. It was later sold and converted into a motel known as the Roadway Inn. What?
I'm thinking about Grey Poupon. Go ahead.
Several years later, it was sold again, this time to Mr. Randy Bates, who renamed it the Bates Motel. This was long before the movie Psycho was ever released.
Oh my god.
But the name certainly made it popular once the movie did come out.
So wait. Well, do you know if it had anything to do with it?
No. The guy who bought it, his last name just happened to be Bates.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
It has actually been suggested that the author of Psycho, Robert Bloch, stayed at the motel sometime in the 50s and kept note of the name. Maybe that was it. The now iconic Bates Motel sign was put up by a production crew in the 80s when a movie was filmed there and was left behind when production wrapped. Now, the real-life Bates Motel may not be as terrifying as the movie version, but it is still considered to be one of the most haunted places in Idaho. Both guests and employees say that there is a near constant paranormal activity at the hotel. The majority of the unexplained occurrences seem to be centered on rooms 1 and 3. Guests who are given these rooms often report getting the unsettling feeling of being watched.
Oh my God.
They also experience cold spots, strange noises, lights turning on and off, and ashtrays either being knocked off the tables or simply moved to another spot when no one has been in the room.
I wonder if that's like a curse. Because, did you ever watch the TV show Bates Motel?
Yes, I watched a few seasons of it. I didn't watch all of it.
Yeah, I didn't either. But, I mean, that's something that he did. He would drill holes in the wall and watch people. Mm-hmm. So the fact that, especially room number 1, that's always next to the office. That's exactly, that is creepy. That is exactly where he would have done it, you know? That's crazy. I love it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Shoshone Indian Ice Caves in Shoshone, Idaho. When we think about haunted locations, it is a natural reaction to think only of buildings, but one of the most haunted places in Idaho is actually a cave. Shoshone Indian Ice Caves are a popular attraction for tourists visiting the area. However, long after the tourists have gone and the caves are closed up, it is said that employees hear phantom footsteps and hushed voices. Some have suggested that it is the Indian princess Idaho, who haunts the cave since she was buried in the ice many decades ago.
Holy shit.
Now, this one, I don't know if I'm saying it right.
All right.
As most of these ones that I don't.
It can't be worse than Caligula. I mean, really.
Well, this looks like Owihe. It's Owhyhee. Owihe Plaza in Boise, Idaho.
Okay.
I think I what did I say?
Ohio?
It's Idaho, sorry. The Ohido Plaza has been something of a landmark in Boise, Idaho since 1910. It has seen a large amount of renovation work over the years, but it still retains most of its regal and classic architecture. From the time it opened up until the 1940s, the hotel was considered something of a hot spot, especially the rooftop garden, which featured a restaurant and dance floor, which often had live music. Now, an offering office/retail/living facilities, this one-time hotel is without a doubt one of the most haunted places in the state. Past staff and guests alike have reported strange goings-on at the hotel, including a full-body apparition. One of the most compelling reports come from a couple who stayed in room number 136. The lady awoke during the night and saw a female spirit standing in the room. She said that she was not at all scared. In fact, she felt a sense of calm come over her. She asked the spirit who she was and what she wanted, but the ghostly woman simply faded away. Other guests and staff have reported similar apparitions in various different parts of the hotel, and many people report the sensation that they are being watched or hearing strange, unexplained noises.
I could only hope that if I saw something like that, I could be like, hey, who are you?
Yeah, that's just you. I don't know what I would do.
I guess it would depend on the situation.
Flip out or be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. The brig at Farragut State Park in Farragut, Idaho. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Farragut State Park is one of the most popular vacation spots in northern Idaho thanks to its convenient location and fantastic amenities, but come nightfall, the campground known as the Brig is not for the faint of heart. In fact, it is one of the most haunted places in Idaho. I think that said it like the third time now.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
The Brig was originally a naval training center, and at one time it also served as a military jail. It was built during the Second World War in response to the bombing at Pearl Harbor. The construction took 11 months and cost around $100 million. In terms of the history of the area, the Brig has been the site of at least one homicide, and there was also at least one suicide here during World War II. When Farragut was a military base, it would have been home to around 300,000 men. It is not clear who or what actually haunts the Brig, but most witnesses do agree that the apparition seems to be in some kind of uniform, although there is debate as to whether this is a military uniform or prison garb. both of which would be plausible for the building. It could be that the sightings are 2 or more different apparitions. Visitors, campers, and staff over the years have all described the apparition in detail, saying he almost seems like a real living person, apart from the fact that he can vanish into thin air and is often slightly transparent. Aside from the apparition, there are also reports of objects flying across old cells and large heavy objects being relocated when nobody has been in the building. That's it on that one.
That's creepy.
Old Idaho State Penitentiary, Boise. There sure is a lot of ghosts in penitentiaries.
Yeah. Seems like all jails or prisons are haunted.
Everyone knows that prisons are nearly always a magnet for paranormal activity, thanks to the melting pot of emotions that soak into the walls of these buildings.
That makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah.
Old Idaho State Penitentiary is no different, and it has long been considered one of the most haunted places in Idaho. The prison was established back in 1870 as a one-cell house, but it very quickly began to grow into a complex of buildings enclosed by a thick wall of sandstone. In fact, part of the prisoners' sentences was mining the rock to build the very walls that kept them in. Over 10,000 convicts have passed through the prison over the course of a century, and it seems that not all of them left. There have been several deaths on the premises, including 10 executions and 110 documented deaths due to illness, murder, and plain old age. However, the conditions in this prison were horrific, with inmates being subjected to inhumane treatment, so it would not be surprising if the death toll was actually much higher, and those deaths were simply not documented. Due to the design of the prison, the cells were unbearably hot in the summer months and freezing cold in winter. Plus, there was no indoor plumbing, so as you might imagine, there was a great deal of misery and suffering, which has definitely left a mark on the prison.
Oh, God.
There are a number of documented paranormal events that have happened in Old Idaho State Penitentiary. The most haunted spot is said to be Five House, where Idaho's answer to Jack the Ripper, Raymond Allen Snowden, was executed in 1957. It is believed that the murderer's soul is still haunting the prisons and grounds, as he has done even since before the prison closed in the 70s. Reports of his presence have been made by visitors, staff, and prisoners alike. Whenever he draws near, the living are said to be overcome by a feeling of dread and oppression. Snowden is by no means the only spirit at Old Idaho State Penitentiary. It is a fairly common occurrence for visitors to hear phantom footsteps echoing throughout the halls, and disembodied voices are also heard fairly regularly. Visitors participating in the regular walking tours of the old prison have also been touched and even pushed by unseen hands. There is a very strong feeling of being watched from the shadows, and several shadow figures have also been spotted in a number of places around the prison.
Creepy.
Okay, and then the next few I have are haunted hotels in Idaho, in case anyone wants to go on vacation.
Okay. Or if you live there or something.
Oh, well, yeah.
I don't know if we have any listeners from Idaho or not.
I don't know. Cedar Inn in Pierce, Idaho. The Cedar Inn dates back to 1927 and was originally built as an inn for railroad workers. It also has a reputation for being incredibly haunted. The phenomena that is usually reported include strange noises, banging, and disembodied voices. A large number of guests at the hotel have asked to switch rooms because of the noisy ghosts, which are said to be the spirits of old railroad workers. Ender's Hotel and Museum in Soda Springs. One of the most haunted hotels in Idaho also doubles as a museum. Ender's Hotel and Museum in Soda Springs has been around since 1917 and was just recently restored to its former glory. It was originally built for William and Theodore Enders and served to house a number of businesses before becoming a hotel in the 1930s. The museum occupies the upper floor, and visitors describe feeling very uneasy and seeing strange light anomalies. There are also many sightings of a male apparition in the hallways and bar area. He is believed to have been a man murdered in a violent manner in the bar. The historic Gooding Hotel B&B in Gooding, Idaho. I always try to say Ohio. It's Idaho. Stepping into the historic Gooding Hotel bed and breakfast is like stepping into the past. The rooms are styled to reflect days gone by, and of course it is also said to be haunted. A male apparition is often seen in guest rooms at night, dressed in period. Local legends claim that the spirit is angry because his name was spelled incorrectly on his headstone in a nearby cemetery.
Spelled incorrectly?
I guess.
Sorry, I was looking this up. We don't have any listeners from Idaho, but man, Michigan, you're killing it.
Ooh, really?
Thanks. Yeah, Michigan. It's more than
Awesome.
Indiana now. I know most of ours was Indiana, but yeah.
I knew I loved Michigan for something.
I know, all right. Michigan. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Clover Club Hotel in Nez Perce. It is the restaurant of the It is the restaurant of the Clover.
That's all right.
This is a hard sentence. It is the restaurant of the Clover Club Hotel, which is said to be haunted, although guests staying in room 6 have also made reports of paranormal activity. The most common reports are of ghostly children laughing and playing in the hotel. There are also reports of the blinds moving up and down on their own, disembodied singing, and a piano playing.
Ooh.
There have also been reports of a female apparition with long dark hair who is thought to be a woman who committed suicide during her stay at the hotel. I don't like the blinds moving up and down thing.
That is definitely scary.
Yes. The Helgeson in Orofino. According to a number of guests who have stayed at the Helgeson, there is a female apparition often spotted outside the hotel at nighttime. There are also frequent reports of unexplained banging coming from inside the building. University Inn in Gooding. In a previous life, the building that houses University Inn was actually a tuberculosis hospital. There have been numerous attempts to transform it into a hotel, but none have been all that successful until the current incarnation as University Inn. It offers a unique inn with dorm-style accommodation. This is a distinct school theme throughout the inn, but the building certainly has not forgotten its roots as a hospital. There are numerous reports that former patients are still roaming the halls at night, and given that there is a cemetery right next door with nameless, numbered graves, it is no surprise that these poor souls cannot rest. And my last one is White Horse Hotel, Saloon, and Cafe in Spirit Lake, Idaho. The White Horse is found in the rather aptly named Spirit Lake and is one of the oldest hotels in the state. It has been in operation since 1908, and the tales of a haunting began sometime in the 1920s. The spirit is known affectionately to staff and locals as Big Girl, and she is responsible for slamming doors and moving items throughout the hotel. She has also appeared as an apparition on a number of occasions. She seems to be especially drawn to room 2 of the hotel. And that's all I got.
Okay. This week I did creepy toy stories.
You don't like creepy toys.
I know. Okay. First one, I used to have a Barney the dinosaur. It would sing and talk when you pressed its toes. Eventually it started dying and started singing randomly. I thought it was possessed and I kicked it, which made it so much worse. It ended with me crying to my parents, and they took out the batteries. Still the scariest toy I've ever gotten. Next one, I have this creepy China doll in my room. It was given to me by my grandmother. As you might imagine, I was scared of it and never touched it. The thing has been sitting in exactly the same spot for 13 years. One day, getting ready for school, I heard a soft thud behind me. Turning around, I saw the doll's hat had flown off its head and landed in the middle of the room. I just kind of quietly turned back around and finished getting dressed before booking it out of there. Could you imagine? Be like, I didn't see anything.
I thought it was going to say it like the doll fell over or something, and it'd be like, all right, vibration.
Right,
stuff,
right. But yeah, just the hat.
In the middle of the room? Yeah. That's not a vibration.
Yeah, that's creepy. Next one, I had a Saran figure with voice and light up eyes. I don't know what that means.
Saran.
Sauron.
I guess. I don't know.
Picked it up in the dark once, and it hissed, "I see you," while its eyes flashed red. I dropped it in shock, and it followed up with, "You cannot hide."
No.
Oh my god.
That thing would be burned.
Out of there. Next one, I had a toy that was dangerous to my mental health. It It was called Amazing Amy, and it was interactive and came with a bunch of accessories. It would say things like, "Mommy, me want peas." And you were supposed to take the spoon of the peas, it had a little sensor on it, and put it up to her mouth. Unfortunately, the sensors in mine didn't work properly, so I would feed it peas and it would say something like, "No, me want cookie, me want peas," and would progressively get angrier the more you got it wrong. When my dad walked in on me crying while slamming the pea spoon into my doll's face with all the force my tiny little arms were capable of, he decided I'd had enough. Because I was attached to it for some warped, perverted reason, he just took out the batteries, but it didn't stop working. Oh my God. That would creep me out so bad. I'd be like, just throw it out.
Yeah, that one has trash written all over it.
Okay, next one. When my sister was little, she got this doll that automatically closed and opened its eyes. It was all mechanical action. When you laid it down, its eyes closed and says good night. When you put it upright, it would open its eyes and say, "Play with me." The eye movement triggered the talking. It was already creepy at first, but a few years went by and the mechanicals were starting to stick. Like the eyes delayed closing and opening, also the battery was unchangeable. With the dying battery, its voice went from a high-pitched child to a demonic possession. I did not know this because the doll was tossed into the closet for a few years, and when I went through the closet and found it, I picked it up. The eyes didn't open at first, so I looked at it, and the eyes snapped open really fast and in a low voice said, "Play with me." The voice was of a possessed male banshee accompanied with the eyes. I promptly threw that fucker out the window into the trash bin. My kids are never getting dolls. Next one, my mother used to have this doll that she kept next to her bed. I'm sure it used to be cute, but at the time it looked like it came from the Island of Dolls. Oh. Yeah, that's creepy. This doll had one of the strings that you would pull, and it emitted adorable girly giggles and squeals. Except the speaker in it was mildly busted, and the sound was a slowed and terrifying guttural of a laugh, followed by a banshee-esque shriek. Once started, it wouldn't shut up, even after I removed the batteries. Every time you looked at it, it would never be quite in the same place as it was before. No, that's creepy.
Don't like that.
No. Next one, I have a lot of porcelain dolls because I used to love their fancy hair and clothes when I was little. I don't usually find them all that creepy. They're very pretty. I had those ones with the eyelashes that you could tilt back and their eyelids would close like they were sleeping. There was this one doll that would just close its eyes without me moving it. All of the others stood in the same place, would have their eyes open, but this particular one would just close its eyes as you watched. Sometimes they stayed closed, and sometimes it was like blinking. It was probably just something wrong with the eyes, but it creeped me out.
No way.
I mean, those aren't mechanical. Those are just...
I thought they were by movement.
It is. It's like... I don't know.
Weights and balance.
Something like that, yeah. I don't know, maybe it was just fucked up, but yeah, that's creepy. I once had a mother goose that read me stories via cassette tape. The eyes and beak would move while reading the stories. At night it would open its eyes and its beak would slowly open and close, its eyes following. I had nightmares for years.
That reminds me of the Teddy Ruxpins.
Yes, I used to have one of those. Okay, next one. When I was about 8, I was obsessed with robot dogs and cats. But on my 9th birthday, we went to the toy shop and there was a mini robot that had games in his tummy screen. He would talk back to you, really basic stuff. He would do dances and you could plug him into the computer and give him commands. I thought this was amazing. Anyway, in the middle of the night, my mom was woken up by someone yelling out. She came in to check on me and my siblings and went back to bed. She kept listening out for it again. Then again, hello, is anybody there? My mom was getting creeped out by now, and she checked on all of us, and still we were sleeping. Hello, is anybody there? She heard. She woke me up and turned on the light. She was freaking out. We both looked around for the source of this creepy voice. Then we found the robot dancing around under some of my other toys wanting to play. I got rid of him soon after that, and I don't know, he would turn himself on and demand attention. He was a creepy little bastard. All right, next one. When I was 7 or 8, my dad gave me a Madame Alexander doll, which started my love of beautiful porcelain dolls. My mom's boyfriend learned this and got me a cheap porcelain doll for Christmas. It had one of those wind-up things on its back and would play Sweet Child of Mine. I liked it at first until the middle of the night it would just start playing by itself. It moved to the very back of my closet after that, and then I left it there when I took my sister's room when she moved out. My brother, who inherited the old room, said he found the doll because he would hear it play in the middle of the night, too. That's creepy. Next one. When I was a little kid, I used to sleep with a bed full of soft toys. I had my large bears and Noah, this awesome polar bear that was never left my side since I got him. I fell asleep after a few hours, but something woke me up after my mom had gone to bed. It was very early in the morning, probably 1 or 2 a.m., and I could hear something. I stayed very still and listened. Then I felt it. One of my soft toys climbed over me and slid off the side of the bed and onto the floor with a thud. I tried to catch it moving, but it was just standing next to my bed. It was a floppy toy bear, so it couldn't stand on its own. I grabbed it and asked what it was doing. It didn't say anything or move. I dumped it back on the bed and fell back asleep after a while.
Whatever.
Yeah, no shit. I made sure all the dolls and soft toys were kept apart from Noah and left my room after that. I tried to rationalize it since then. I was still pretty young when it happened, under 10, but I remember it so clearly. I was not dreaming. I know I wasn't. That was creepy. If it's legitimate.
I don't like that.
No. Next one, when I was younger, about 10 or 12, I remember my mom had 2 Minnie and Mickey Mouse toys. They were as tall as the 5-year-old child I was, so for a toy, they were quite big. A friend of my grandma gave them to my mom, and then she gave them to me. I used to play and sleep with them, but at the time I started noticing weird stuff happening with the toys. One day I left Mickey in the bed and Minnie in the living room, so I went to the kitchen because my mom was talking to me. When I came back, Mickey was close to the door of the bedroom, like as if he was trying to get out of there. It happened a few times in different parts of the house. The toys were moving from one part to another. I always asked my mom if she would have moved them, but she said no. I couldn't imagine what I would do if I thought that my toys were moving.
I would throw them out in the trash.
Seriously, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't sit there and guess and...
Okay, next one. You know those cheapy plastic dolls that you get at craft stores that you can knit or crochet elaborate dresses for? Popular with grannies. My mom received one of these dolls with a purple and white dress from an elderly neighbor lady not long before the lady passed away. My mom had a blue armchair in her bedroom and had the doll sitting on it. She always kept the door open. Every time I would pass her room, the doll would turn its head to look at me. My nephew, who is not much younger than me, experienced the same thing. I had nightmares about that doll. I just hated it. Eventually, my mom gave it away, and I was beyond relieved. That's creepy.
Yeah, that's not good.
And my last one, I had this little plush bunny from Easter that played music when you squeezed its tummy. I kept it in the drawer in my closed closet. One morning, about 5 a.m., I woke up to something landing on my stomach. It was the bunny, playing the music incredibly slow. I got up and threw it into the hall because it scared me. When my mom came to wake me up, I asked her if it was still there. Nope. She still doesn't remember anything to do with that bunny 12 years later. Oh my God, where did it go? I wonder if they ever found it. I wonder if it was just gone.
I don't know, but that's not...
No, I don't like
good.
That. So those were my stories.
Awesome. It's now time for the Witty Wrap-Up.
Yay, Witty Wrap-Up.
I did something a little bit different this week.
Okay.
I did weird and strange laws.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are going to be interesting.
Bad news for Buddhist monks in China. You're not allowed to reincarnate without the government's express permission.
Oh, shit. That's messed up. Well, they better get it in writing because that matters.
Bad news for pregnant women, small children, and those prone to upset tummies. In Switzerland, you're not allowed to flush the toilet after 10 p.m. as it's considered noise pollution.
What the fuck? What?
How would anyone even hear a toilet flushing?
Seriously. Oh my God.
Visit Singapore and you'll find many tasty foods, but if you want an after-dinner stick of gum, you'll be disappointed. The country banned gum and gum chewing in 1992. There's one exception, however. If you can prove chewing gum has therapeutic value, then you can have it.
Oh my God. That's insane. What the heck? Where's this? Singapore?
Singapore.
Oh my gosh.
Scots who really need to go are in luck. The country has an old law on the books saying that if a stranger knocks on your door asking you to use the toilet, you must let them in.
Oh, fuck that.
I don't care what's going on. You are not coming in. I don't care.
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's a law? Are you freaking serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No.
It does say it's an old law. But still,
probably all of these are old, right? Wouldn't you think?
Probably, yeah. Well, I don't know.
I'd be like, seriously, feel free to use my front yard.
Yeah.
Go have a great time.
You
are not coming in my house. Goodbye. Oh my God.
The age-old question of what do Scottish men wear underneath their kilts may have a simple legal answer.
Ooh.
Scots must not wear any underwear under their kilts or be fined 2 beers. According to an old but entertaining law. Not sure how they check compliance or accept payment, though.
That's what I'm talking about.
Woohoo!
I mean, if you're going to wear a skirt, you might as well get the full effect.
You might as well. The French town of Sarpurins, I don't know, has had some issues with people just wantonly dying and then expecting to be buried. The mayor issued an edict forbidding people from dying within the city limits unless they'd already purchased a burial plot in the local cemetery. People who ignored this law and die anyhow will be severely punished, he added. How can it get worse than death?
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Funny. Sex toys of all types are banned in Reno, Nevada. This might make some sense if it were, say, the Vatican, but come on, it's Nevada.
Seriously?
The only state in the U.S. that legally allows some prostitution.
Oh my God.
But no sex toys.
That's messed up.
Kids who live in Tuzin, Poland, must leave their Winnie the Pooh backpacks, lunchboxes, and hats at home, as the beloved cartoon character has been deemed an inappropriate hermaphrodite.
Oh my gosh.
Because he doesn't wear pants and has non-gender specific genitalia. Pooh is banned from all playgrounds and children's areas. Donald Duck, consider yourself warned.
Oh my gosh. We talked about Laura corrected us on that fact, if you will.
Yes, she did.
About the pants. You guys look on Facebook or Donald Duck's pants? Yeah. Or no pants?
No pants. No pants, Donald Duck.
Oh my gosh, that's so stupid.
Don't people have better things to do?
No.
Seriously?
No, they don't, which is very sad. Dude, like, get a hobby.
You know
Listen
what's cute?
to podcasts.
You know what's cute?
What?
Dressing up your pets in funny outfits.
Yes, that's cute.
Know what's not so adorable?
What?
Getting fined for doing so.
What?
Residents of Oklahoma are banned from some types of animal dress up. Specifically, they're not allowed to put hind legs on farm animals in boots. They can't put boots on farm animals. What the fuck? They can do it on the front legs, but not the hind legs.
Okay, so some farmer put boots on their goat and was like cracking up because it's hilarious because the goat was probably trying to walk and it was like just kicking. So they had to make a law to like protect the goat and its feelings. Right? Oh my god. Which we put tape on our cat's head all the time, and it's hilarious.
Anyway, while the rest of the world argues about the health consequences of being overweight, Japan decided to just ban it outright.
Oh my god.
It's now illegal to be obese. They set a maximum waistline of 85 centimeters, which is 33.5 inches for men, and 90 centimeters, which is 35 inches for women.
Fuck that. What do they do? Like get put in jail or something if they're fat?
Fined. They're fined.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
I guess I can't go to Japan.
Well, we better cancel our trip we were planning.
I know. Residents of Huntington, West Virginia get a peculiar pass on domestic violence.
Huh?
According to city law, husbands are allowed to beat their wives as long as they do it on a Sunday in public.
What?
Fuck you, West Virginia.
So maybe they did that in hopes that people would beat the shit out of the dude that's doing it.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can beat your wife, but do it in public on a fucking Sunday.
Where everyone can see you.
Good luck with that. Oh my god.
Many swimming pools have dress codes, but France took theirs to the next level by banning loose-fitting swim trunks for men. Speedos, banana hammocks, budgie smugglers, and brat thongs. Take your pick, gents.
Oh my god.
Speedos are horrible. Why? I'm not going to France. Are you married? A woman? Love skydiving? In Florida? No. This isn't the strangest internet dating questionnaire. It's for your own good. In Florida, it's illegal for a married woman to go skydiving on a Sunday. Breaking the law can result in fines, arrests, and jail time.
What?
What the fuck? Who cares?
Seriously?
And it's only on Sunday. What does that have to do with anything?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's crazy.
Kitty, go away. Dreaming of being a parliamentarian? Hope your health is stellar. There is a law in England banning people from dying in Parliament.
Oh,
exactly why this law came into being and how they intend to enforce it is unclear, but it's still a nice sentiment.
Seriously, what do they plan to do to these dead people?
Yeah, what else? That's like it. That's the end game.
You can't.
There's nothing you could do after someone's dead.
The only thing that you're going to do is hurt their family, if anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not cool.
Citizens of Capri, Italy are so tired of random dog poop popping up in public places that they recently proposed a law that would require DNA testing of unidentified canine turds.
Okay.
Once the offending animal and owner are identified, they will be fined.
Oh my god.
Seems like a good use of DNA technology.
No. I think we can find something better.
No, even if they had DNA, dogs' DNA is not in like some database somewhere.
Who gives a fuck anyway? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You know, some rich fucking asshole complained to them every day, and they were like, fine, we'll do DNA tests. It's now a law. Everybody.
Oh my gosh. People who love a good water fight may want to avoid Cambodia, as squirt guns are not allowed in the country thanks to a 2001 law banning all types of water weaponry. The government apparently feared they would be used to cause unrest.
No fun for anyone. That's so stupid.
Is that man striding down the street in his worn leather cowboy boots a real man or just a poser? Residents of Blythe, California don't ever have to wonder, as they have a law that prohibits anyone from wearing cowboy boots unless they own at least 2 head of cattle.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. So you have to be a real cowboy.
Yes. Or you can't wear cowboy boots.
Oh my gosh. That is very important. I have to admit, that one is very important.
Oh. Like I said, I'm embarrassed. In British Columbia, it's illegal to kill Bigfoot. That is, if he exists and you ever find him. No word on whether the murder ban extends to other mythological creatures.
It should.
Are you a single lady? Great. Enjoy as many adult beverages as you like. Are you a married woman? You're out of luck. At least if you live in La Paz, Bolivia. Married women, but not men, of course, are limited to 1 glass of wine so as to prevent any boozy extramarital flirting.
Oh, heaven forbid.
Fuck off, Bolivia.
Seriously. Yeah, Bolivia.
Y'all can suck my dick.
Suck it.
Okay. If you've ever been tempted to pipe up during the speak now or forever hold your peace pronouncement during a destination wedding in Australia, you'd best rethink that. Disrupting a wedding or a funeral is illegal, and doing so can get you fined up to $10,000 and 2 years in prison.
Oh my god.
Besides, if they've made it to the altar, it's too late for you anyhow. Did you learn nothing from Ross and Rachel on Friends?
Where's that, Australia?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they even ask that then.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a trap.
Could be.
Maybe there's a policeman at every wedding and they're just waiting for someone to interrupt them so they can arrest them.
Could be. One Australian waitress finally discovered her secret superpower by crushing beer cans with nothing but her breasts. Unfortunately, she was swiftly informed breast beer can crushing was illegal and subsequently fined. Still, those are some impressive pectoral muscles.
What? How? What?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Seriously.
They're making this shit up. I'm convinced.
Europe is known for its relaxed views on the human body, allowing topless beaches and other forms of public nudity. But that attitude does not extend to hiking the Swiss Alps. After a family was flashed by a naked hiker in 2009, Switzerland outlawed alpining in the nude. And that's all I got.
All right. Damn, I was really hoping to go to the alpining in the nude at some point in my life. Well,
To cross that off our list.
Damn it. Anyway, Well, thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. We want to hear your stories. Anything, email us, ghouls.nightoutpodcast@gmail.com. Look us up on Facebook, and we will talk to you next week.
Later.
Bye.